The White House says President Trump will not ask potential Supreme Court nominees about their desire to overturn Roe v. Wade. The abortion debate has become a focal point in the search for a new justice. President Trump says he will announce his pick on Monday. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. The president published a list of more than 24 names he would consider for the Supreme Court. Now attention is zeroing in on a handful of candidates he has interviewed in person. Each conservative could reshape the court for generations. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders tells journalists what type of person President Trump wants to fill the high court seat.
He's looking for somebody with tremendous intellect. He'd like somebody with the right judicial temperament.
The president has personally spoken with several candidates.
I interviewed and met with 4 potential justices of our great Supreme Court. They are outstanding people.
Those 4 federal appellate court judges: Amul Thapar, Raymond Kethledge, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. They come from a list of 25 candidates the president has been considering, approved by pro-lifers like Marjorie Dannenfelser, head of the Susan B. Anthony list. She heaps praise on President Trump by adding pro-life judges to the nation's lower courts. She says he's reforming the judiciary at a record pace, and she goes even further.
He is the most pro-life president in history, and he will do more.
But Monday, as the focus shifted to who the president would select for the Supreme Court, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders wasn't being as candid.
The president is pro-life.
The future of the nation's abortion laws are on the line. The White House steering clear of any contention ahead of what will likely be a hotly contested confirmation hearing for whomever the president nominates.
Is the president still committed to appointing pro-life judges?
As the president said last week, he's not going to talk to judges about specific cases.
Would the president like to see Roe v. Wade overturned?
Once again, I'm not going to get into any specifics that we would be looking at.
Some reports are circulating that President Trump likes the idea of nominating a conservative woman to the high court. That increases speculation that Judge Amy Barrett, a Roman Catholic, mother of 7, and former Notre Dame law professor, could be rising to the top. Wyatt?
Mark, when does the president plan to interview other candidates?
The White House says he plans to meet with a few more people this week, and they say yesterday he spoke on the phone with Republican Senator Mike Lee. Lee is the one candidate on the president's list of potential nominees who is not a judge. Wyatt?
White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.